Hey there, mathematicians. There you are. Thank you for tuning in once again. And I hope you are excited because today is Work It Out Wednesday. And today we are going to work out of our problem solving journal. Are you ready? Let's dive on in. Today's problem solving journal problem is as follows. Amaria counted the crayons in the supply box. How can Amaria list these amounts in order from greatest to least? Plot these numbers on an open number line. Draw a picture to show the models in correct order. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to ask myself is, who is this problem about? And I'm going to go back and reread the problem, and this time I'm just going to break it apart step by step to really fully understand what the story is here. Amaria counted the crayons in the supply box. So in my head, I'm asking myself, who is this problem about? Amaria. And what does Amaria have? Crayons. Okay. And what did she do with those crayons? She counted them. So in my head, I'm picturing Amaria, right? I'm picturing a girl. She has crayons and she's counting them. Okay. You picture that? So in the supply box, counted the crayons in the supply box. Well, not really sure what supply box is, but I know I can really imagine Amaria, a girl counting crayons, maybe a box. Oh, I remember what supplies is. It's kind of like, material, right? Like our manipulative bags in the classroom, right? But instead of a bag, it's a box. All right, I can picture that. Here's Amaria. Right? And she's counting her crayons. All right. There we go. And here's the crayon. All right. And so I'm going to pay attention to this box. All right. This is what I need to pay attention to, what I really need to look at right here. So she has a red crayon. She has not just a red crayon, she has red crayons, plural, because right here I can see, well, red, she has 37 red. Whoa, that's a big supply box then. She has a color yellow. How many yellows? She has 45. I know the color here and the number here. So blue, what color is it? Blue. How many blue? She has 28. Okay, now that I know what the story is here, right? Amaria is counting, and she has 37 red, and then she has 45 blue. And I'm just doing this for extra to really fully comprehend the problem here. And then blue, 28. All right. So how can Amaria list these numbers in order from greatest to least? So this is what I need to do, right? And you see this question mark here? This question mark is typically indication of what the problem wants me to look for. What is it that I need to solve? Okay, so here's the big sentence. How can Amaria list these numbers in order? What numbers? Oh, right here is the word number. So these numbers from greatest to least. All right, plot these numbers on the number line. Oh, look at that. Here's a number line right here. Draw a picture to show the models in correct order. Oh, maybe that's what I have to do here. And then label each number in standard form. All right. So let's go ahead and dive on in. So in my number line, I know that the numbers start from greatest to least. No. Oh, this is the bottom part. Okay, so let me come up here, and I'm going to think. In the number line, the numbers go from the least to the greatest. And in the number line, the numbers are always from least to greatest, okay? Even though it's telling me to order them from greatest to least, right? In the number line, I always have to make sure that they are in the correct order from least to greatest. So I'm going to go ahead and start asking myself, well, when I'm comparing numbers, I have to pay attention to the place value. So the digits in each place value. And when comparing numbers, I always start comparing the largest place value first. So in this case, it's the tens place. So if I pay attention to the tens place here, I have 3 tens, 4 tens, and 2 tens. So I ask myself, well, what is the least amount? What is the smallest number? Well, I have 3, 4, and 2. If I put them in order, which number is the least? The 2, right? So that means that the 28, which is the blue crayons, is the least. And this is an open number line, meaning that I'm the one that's labeling it. An open number line does not have to start with the number 1. And all I have to do is plot the numbers, these numbers onto the number line. So I have blue, and it's 28. Now I ask myself, okay, so looking at the tens place here, which number is next? Well, I have 3 and I have 4. Which number is the least, right? Which number is the smallest, the 3 or the 4? What's the 3? So the next number is going to be 37, and I come up here. 37 was what color? Red. So it's 37, which means that the largest, the greatest value is 45, which is what color? Yellow. Okay, so now that I plot these numbers in an open number line, check. Now I move on to the third part. Draw a picture to show the model in correct order. So remember, when we draw pictures, draw a base 10 picture to show the models in correct order. All right, so now I'm using base 10. I start them. Now this is when I have to order them from greatest to least. That's why down here, even though on my number line, I order them from least to greatest, because in a number line, that's how I order them, from least to greatest. When I start at the bottom part, I need that. This is when it's no longer in a number line. So now I can start placing them in the order that the problem asked me to place them in, which is from greatest to least. Okay, so now I'm going to start from the right side, from the greatest and then to the least. So the greatest number is 45. So I put 10, 20, 30, 40. So that tells me I have 4 10s and 5 1s, right? 4 10s is 40. And then 5 1s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And notice that I did the actual rod in units versus my typical line and X. So you can alternate between the two. That's fine. So if I'm writing it in standard form, this is the form using digits. Okay, so that means 40 and 5 is 45. That's the greatest number. Check. Now I'm moving from right to left because I'm going from the greatest to the least. So the next number is red, which is 37. So that tells me I have 3 10s and 7 1s. So I have 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s, and 7 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 3 10s, the value of 3 10s is 30. The value of 7 1s is 7. So now I have 30 and 7. Together they make 37 because 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37. And the least number is my blue, which it tells me right here. Every digit represents a place value. That tells me I have 2 10s and 8 1s. So that's 10, 20. The value of 2 10s is 20, and then 8 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The value of 8 1s is 8, so 20 and 8, 10, 20, 25, 28. And there you have it, boys and girls. I have just ordered my numbers from least to greatest on my number line. I plotted them, and then I ordered them from greatest to least, which is what the question asked me to do. Now, boys and girls, it is your turn. Now, your problem goes as follows. Mr. Udi counted the blue, green, and yellow crayons in his desk. He created a table to show how many crayons of each color he had. Plot these numbers on an open number line, and then draw a picture to show the models in correct order. So just as we did with the Maria, you're going to do the similar thing, but this time for Mr. Udi. So go ahead and break the problem break the problem up. Who is the problem about? What does he have? And what does the problem want me to do? And take it step by step. Remember to show me your work. We're drawing base 10 pictures here in this bottom part. And remember, in the open number line, the first dot you're going to place, the first plot you're going to place on the number line is the least. On the number line, we go from least to greatest. And pay attention to what the problem is asking you to do. Here, it tells me, draw pictures, show models in correct order, order from greatest to least. That's what this problem says. So pay attention to see what order this problem is asking you to place your numbers in. Okay? All right, boys and girls, there you have it. Have fun problem solving today on Work It Out Wednesday. I'm excited to see your work, and see you next time.